but that's the only thing I play. I wish I played piano or drums or the didgeridoo, but I only play the ukulele, so that's what I'm gonna do. And this is a little theme song for the Happiness Anonymous Share Show. Hello everybody. Apologies for the late start. It wouldn't be a virtual show if we didn't have massive technical issues for at least one of them. I think I've done quite well to get this far through the run and manage to start on time every day except for today. But I have dressed up. Because today's a very special show. Today is the Share-A-Thon. Today is a day where I am celebrating everyone else. I'm celebrating lots of people's shares because a couple of months ago I had a crazy idea of let's do a show that's entirely based on what other people want to share. And I sent a load of messages out. I put the word out there, and I've gotten so many amazing, thoughtful, wonderful ideas and responses to this idea called happiness. Hello, Kevin. You're jumping right ahead of me. You're straight into that comment section. Everybody say hi in the comment section of wherever you're watching this video. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And I'm very, very excited. Today I am checking in. What is your check-in? What is your check-in? Because today I was checking in very fanciful and excited and quite touched. And then about 7.5 minutes ago, I changed that check-in to massively stressed because suddenly the headphones won't work with the microphone plugged in, or the microphone won't work with the camera plugged in. I mean, yay. Anyway, I'm checking in relieved. That's what I'm doing. I'm checking in relieved to be here. And very, very excited to see everybody who's joining in. And so throw your check-in into the comment section. If you don't know what that means, that's just how are you? Let's just write down how are you? How are you feeling today? And whilst you do that, I want to get onto the first share. I'm going to go straight into it. And this is a share from the wonderful Aaron. Now, Aaron, for anybody who has been watching throughout the week, has been an amazing, wonderful, active person in the comments and has been watching along. And it has been a massive good feels for me to have somebody out there that's doing that. And this is a poem by Aaron.
And your life is like a smashed mirror. You get to see things in it from a different point of view. Sifting through the shards, you can pull out all the parts that still show you and your dreams. Those are the best parts. The rest you can sweep away, but not under the carpet. With all the best parts, you can put them together piece by piece and build a new, clearer version of your future.
I'm muted. I was just saying, throw into the comment section if you can hear these shares properly. I'm using a software that's kind of controlling everything, and I'm not 100% sure what you guys can hear, but that was a wonderful poem from Aaron called A Different Point of View. And Aaron's also got an amazing poetry book that he's just released on Amazon. He self-published it. There is a link to the description in the description of this broadcast. There is a link to Aaron's book. So if you have the means and you have an interest, go and support. Go and read some of his other poetry. But I've known Aaron for a couple of years, and he's just grown as a writer, and I love it, and it's fantastic. Next, from one old acquaintance to another new acquaintance, I am moving on to the wonderful, he's here, he's the first comment section that I can see commenting and joining us on Facebook. Kevin is a wonderful spirit who heard about this show during a little how to do Zoom session, and has a show on the PBH Free Fringe as well, does it every Saturday and Sunday, and they are some amazing, wonderful storytelling shows about Egypt and ancient things. It's great. It's fantastic. It's so off the wall and brilliant. And this is Kevin's share called Happiness is Toast.
Kev, I'm doing some ancient Egyptian storytelling over the Edinburgh Free Fringe month. And tonight's little thing, well, originally, as I pitched to Jem to start with, was it's going to be a song about toast. However, it's worked out to be much harder to write a song when I've never written one before. I can't do poetry. I can barely play my guitar I have had for 40 years. And I can't sing. So it's I'm going to just, she said noise would be fine, but you know, there's only so much limits of noise I think anyone can take, and that isn't one I'm going to prepare to put you through. So I'm going to do this as a sort of a poem, which in a way, being a storyteller, sort of fits my style anyway. So, be prepared. Happiness is toast. Happiness is toast. It's the food I love the most. Any time of day, though breakfast is best, but wouldn't knock a midnight feast. Simple and bland, transformed with butter and jam, a perfect moment in time. This toasty, buttery heaven of mine. Brown, white, wholemeal, seedy, thin slice, thick slice, or uncut loaf. Who cares? So long as it's toast on my plate. Butter, jam, marmalade, or marmite. It brings me such simple delight. So be warned though, don't touch mine. I'm not fussy with my bread. Each slice is perfect in its way. Out it pops, smelling great. Too hot to handle to my plate. Then, hot or cold is my choice. But will it take my topping of choice? For lashings of salty butter, soak right in. Too thin and a soggy mess is not so good. But always remember, don't touch mine. While butter is just perfect, sometimes savoury or sweet is what I need. Strawberry jam or blackcurrant, even honey are my choices. Or perhaps savoury, peanut butter, marmite or cheese. So hard to choose, but please don't touch mine. Is it wrong to feel so right at each and every bite? I don't care, for toast is right. Happiness is found in simple ways, has no surprises, no taste explosions. It is comfort from childhood to grave. Dependable in every way in this mad world, toast is there for me. So long as you don't touch mine. But let us not forget the rest. Bread products are the best. For a bit of posh, how about some other bready nosh? Tea cakes, crumpets, muffins, buns, bagels, bagels, and baguettes. So many ways to toasty heaven. Pick up your weapon and go get some toast. Yummy. Bye.
I don't know about you guys, but I really need some toast now. I knew that was coming, and I thought, oh yeah, when you do this live, you'll just have toast, and you'll be able to avoid that craving. But all I've brought in here with me is my water, which is massively, massively disappointing now. Yeah, can confirm that's disappointing because it's not toast. I think this is such an amazing, amazing share. I absolutely adored it, and I think we need to start the great debate of toast. So throw into the comment section how you like your toast. Do you like it Burnt, do you like it lightly toasted? Do you like it just warm bread? And what is your favorite topping? Because for me, I like it that golden brown with some jam or some butter. And it would be strawberry jam because I'm classic like that. But throw into the comment section how you like your toast. And also, does toast bring you happiness and joy? And also, what other kind of food? Because I think food is a really big thing that can bring us joy. It's not called comfort eating for nothing. But as we go into that, we're going to stick with this idea of poetry. And we are going on to a share from Becki, who Becki hasn't recorded a video, has just sent me words for me to speak. So this is going to be a live poetry reading from me, who is not a poetry reader, but I'm very excited for the challenge, and hopefully, Becki, I will do your share well and do it justice. So this is a poem called A Rare Moment. Becki has said, this poem is from 2016. I wrote it about a month after suffering from a total nervous breakdown, and it is about experiencing a rare moment of peace and happiness in an otherwise dark time. So, A Rare Moment by Becki. My world is falling down around me. It's late at night. I'm in bed. The bedside lamp casts a warm, cozy glow, and the laptop beside me plays a YouTube video. Not something I'm focused on, just a soothing background noise. Silence makes me uncomfortable. The fresh tea tree scent of my makeup wipe fills my nostrils and slightly stings my eyes. The gentle dampness it leaves behind on my face, making it tingle in the cold atmosphere of my room, my uncovered hands chilly also. Warm palms, cold digits. I feel clean and refreshed, ready to relax. From collarbone downwards I am warm, and on my chest, and on my stomach, and on my abdomen. A light weight presses down on me. A light, warm, black weight. A dog. My dog. Willow. Her short, scruffy black fur is curling at the ends. Her brown collar is looking threadbare. I need to buy her a new one, but I can't find one I like. But I can't go outside. The soft thudding of her heartbeat resonates comfortingly through her chest into mine. The slow and steady rise and fall of her body with each breath is accompanied by an almost inaudible sound. Her little dark brown eyes are tightly shut as she sleeps peacefully. And that's how I feel. I need to move, but I don't dare disturb her, so I'm slightly uncomfortable. But I feel profoundly peaceful, content, at ease, tranquil. My fingers are like ice blocks against the warm skin of my thighs as I move my arms beneath the duvet. My world is falling down around me, but in this moment, I am whole. Thank you so much, Becki. I think this speaks very, very strongly to how little moments are really, really what makes up happiness and contentness even as a whole. Going to the comment section, Sam over on Facebook says wholemeal bread and dairy-free butter. That's how I like my toast. Love it. Yes, love it. But thank you, Becki. That was very, very nice and just a nice change of pace. And now, as I look down to see my list of things, lists of shares that I've got, which has made me very, very, very excited, I'm going to go over to Shantae. Now, Shantae is a professional makeup artist working in South Africa. She has a TikTok and an Instagram, and it's amazing. It gives me a lot of joy as well. I follow her on Instagram and TikTok for all of the tutorials and all of the just really interesting looks. She specializes in naturalistic makeup, which is always really helpful because a lot of places like YouTube, they have makeup artists who are caking it on and doing things that are a bit, at least for me, too much. And Shantae has sent in a share that is also on one of my most favorite things in the world. And it's not makeup related, but her share is makeup related, but also not. You'll see this is Shantae's amazing share on something that brings her a lot of joy with lots and lots of different facets. There you go. Very short, very sweet. It's a TikTok. It is the Addams Family, and it is doing makeup like Wednesday Addams. And I might just be doing that for the next one of these shows. Very exciting. So thank you, Shantae. Thank you so much. If you'd like to follow Shantae, all of her links and handles are in the description. And she also does amazing online one-to-one sessions and makeup sessions that I think speak to a need for us all to self-care. I know, guys, men, you might be out there thinking, no, but A, try makeup out, and B, translate that idea of taking care of yourself and doing something just for you. And also, don't be afraid of a spa day. Go and get some face masks and a foot massage. It's fantastic, and it's not just for us girls. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say we need to share that. So the next share is also about sharing. It's kind of a share that I've nicked from my dad a bit, because earlier this year my mom and dad decided to put into their garden, instead of laying down grass or anything that's a typical garden plant, they live out in Yorkshire, so they got a load of wild grass seeds. And wild grass thing, essentially they wanted a meadow in their backyard. And I thought, oh, okay, cool, that's sounds magical. And I didn't realize just how magical it was. In the span of a couple of weeks, it went from a dirt patch to grass and flowers that were literally my height and my size. And every time I go over, I spend hours and hours and hours sitting and watching bees and watching butterflies and watching birds. And it has given my father some great, great joy in feeding the birds. It has given my mother great, great joy in feeding the birds. And this is one of the things in life that has actually stopped me. And not a lot of things can stop me. But this is something in my life that has stopped me and encouraged me to just sit and do nothing other than watch the world. And I wanted to share with you some bees from my dad and mom's garden. There's a bee. There's many bees. There you go. Just something small, just something that gave me a lot of joy and made me pull out my phone to go and say, I need to capture the bees. I need to share the bees with people. Because bees make the world go round, literally. And they're joyful. And yeah, it's also something that speaks to the idea of self-care from Shantae, of really sitting down and taking it easy every now and then. And Kevin, yes, you can tell probably by what I'm saying that I adore bees as well. Top tip, if you ever see a bumblebee that is laying on the ground and a little bit inactive, they're probably just taking a rest. But go grab a little bit of water and a little bit of sugar, mix it together to create a little bit of a not sticky but sugary water to give them a little perk. If they're surrounded by flowers, though, don't do that, because that's just them taking a rest, and you don't want them to get super, super obese and things like that, because apparently bees can get obese. Now, we're going to move on to the next share, and this is another poem. It's from Chris, who is wonderful, and I'm so glad that Chris decided to take part in this. We hadn't spoken for years, and I forgot how much I enjoy his company until we started chatting about happiness, and then he sent through this poem. Now, forewarning, I'm going to be reading this one again. And it's written in 2 voices. So I'm going to do my best. This is unrehearsed, but hopefully I do Chris's idea best. And maybe one day we'll actually record this. I'm looking at you, Chris. We're gonna record this. It's gonna be great. So this is a poem by Chris called "That Little Voice." I'm here. I'm always here. Now and in the moment, sitting in the cold. My heart is racing. Thump, thump, thump. I can't say it. He's nervous. My lips part. Best day of his life. Sound forms. Go on, say it. I say it. He does. She's talking now. I can hear her, but I can't see her. She's saying the same words. I hate not knowing. I smile. He's smiling. It's done. Why are they smiling? Everyone is smiling. Why are they cheering? Everyone is cheering. She's taking his hand. This feels right. I feel warmer. There is music. Thump, thump, thump. My nerves are calming. I feel fuzzy. I gaze at her. I can hear something. She hugs me close. Thump, thump, thump. I feel her heart beating. I can hear her heart singing. She was nervous too, happy and content. I love her so much. The same as us. Thank you, Chris. The only thing Chris gave me in context of this was the parts of this poem that are in the second voice need to be childish. So hopefully I did that justice. Thank you. Actually, it was a nice little challenge for me, and something that I think is also quite moving and quite beautiful is this idea that we have conversations with ourselves, and those voices in our head are part of happiness as well. There is also an amazing book called Internal Chatter and Mind Chatter, and it's all about being mindful of the language we use in our own head and with our own self to be able to speak to ourselves and be kind to ourselves, not only one another. So thank you, Chris. Thank you so much for sending that in. I absolutely adore it. And I'm going to hold you to the idea that we are going to record that and we're going to turn it into something, even if it's just a nice little artsy film. Right, my next share, I'm going to move on to something that really touched me and something that really spoke to this idea of identity and spoke to this idea of something that is just beautiful. And if you bear with me, because I know that something was sent alongside it for me to read out. This is a share from Alys. And I'm very, very excited. I've known Alys quite a long time. And here we go. This is what Alys writes. And actually, before I read that out, I'm changing how I'm doing this. We're working on the fly. Right, I'm going to share. Bear with me. I'm going to do this whilst I share the photos that Alys sent through. So here we go. Right. For me, there's been lots of tough moments through my journey, but something that's always helped bring a ray of sunshine in those tough times has been looking back through photos of my transition. For so long, I felt so embarrassed and ashamed of who I was that the oldest photo I have of me feminine is 12 months old, aka August 2020, as I would always delete them. That old photo I took and shared with a close friend, it was the first time I had shown anyone this side of me. Being able to take that step was such a huge confidence boost. I started keeping more and more and more of my photos, feeling more and more able to bring this side out from behind closed doors and curtains and into the world. Not long after I came out at work as trans, then my family, and then friends. Being swapped short notice from a groomsman to a groomslady at my brother's wedding was a particularly huge moment for me. Looking back through these photos, I see how many people helped me feel able to be my authentic self, how proud I am now of how far I have come, and it really does just fill me with so much happiness. That was Alys, a very, very beautiful, bright, fantastic soul. And thank you so much, Alys, for sending something so personal through and so honest and so, so beautiful. And I'm so glad that you've managed to come into this. And by the way, speaking of makeup with Shantae, you do it better than me. Teach me? Okay, thanks. Thank you so much, Alys. That was absolutely wonderful. And in light of that, looking down at my my list, I'm going to give one more poem from Becki, and then we're going to go to a nice video share as well. So Becki has written, even for context, that the next two poems, but one of them is going to come next week because I like to spread things out. Thank you, Alys. I can see you in the comment section. I'm glad that you feel like I did that beautifully. I'm trying to do you justice. Thank you so much for taking part. So Becki's poem says that this poem is from last year, just before lockdown, when I was able to be beside the sea. They are both. It is about the utter sense of joy, peace, belonging, contentment I get from being anywhere near the coast. I'm pretty sure the ocean is my soulmate. Either that or I was a mermaid in a past life, which Becki has some amazing green hair, so you're living the mermaid life. I love it. This is called Singing Sea. As I lie quiet in my bed, waiting for sleep to take me, I hear your whisper in the dark. It coaxes me so gently. The soft breath of your voice stirs the hairs upon my neck. I follow you obediently out of doors onto the deck. The wind whips violently round me as I close the door behind, your voice filling every gale, singing secrets to my mind. I track your song's direction, over land out to the sea. You beckon beyond the horizon to a world where I may be free. Green grass crunches underfoot as I walk throughout without a thought. Too late now to resist you. In your fishing net I am caught. The gate swings open simply at a quick touch from my hand. My heart leaps in excitement as my feet sink into sand. Down the beach I wander, your voice still singing in my ear. I step lightly through the sea spray, and the way ahead becomes clear. The water kisses my ankles, soon the waves are stroking my hips. As I sink further, you hold me, while the bitter wind bites my lips. I feel the ocean fill my lungs, as my head slips under the foam. Your voice so gentle and close now, still calling me to come back home. I begin to swim towards you, though my lungs feel lit on fire, and you beckon and persuade me as your lone voice joins a choir. A whole orchestra surrounds me, music ascending from the deep. It calls me to dive down further and offer my soul for them to keep. I give it to them gladly, and all the rest of me as well. I belong to them completely, under the waves I wish to dwell. The corners of my vision begin to blur, but I don't fear. I can feel you all around me, and I know I'm destined to be here. I realize that all my life you have been whispering to me, but it was only tonight I listened to the singing of the sea. I love that. That's so beautiful and so wonderful. As somebody who had the privilege to live by the sea, this fills me with so much joy, because I know that one of the most peaceful things about living at the sea was I got used to going for walks and at one point runs, though that was forced, along the seaside. And just whenever I needed a time to recharge and be recharged by nature and feel calm, I would go and detour to a walk along the seafront. And yes, Kevin, I am so jealous that you'll be on the beach tomorrow. You're going to go live that happiness. And that is brilliant. Fantastic. Okay, so our next share comes from Alys, who I loved how whimsical this was. I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play it because it's totally worth it, and it makes me so happy.
Ducks. Ducks make me happy. Ducks were a surprising source of happiness in the lockdown. I started taking a photograph of a duck every day. Well, a waterfowl, technically. And sharing it on my social media as a way to hold myself accountable for leaving the house. And everyone kind of got behind it. My family sent me pictures of foreign water creatures, waterfowl. My sister walked all the way across London to get me a picture of a pelican when it wasn't encouraged to use public transport. And the support from everyone made me feel really happy. It made me feel like there was people out there for me that, you know, would support me. And that was a big part of kind of maintaining my sanity in the lockdown, and keeping me kind of on the right track, I guess. So my plan for this was kind of twofold. I thought I would contribute to the show about happiness and kind of create myself a permanent reminder of all the photos that we took that brought me happiness and still bring me happiness. And even now people send me pictures of ducks for no reason other than because I am now the duck woman. But that's great. So I think going out into nature really made a big difference for me. Yeah, being able to go out in whatever weather and kind of just enjoy what was out there and what changes I saw by going every day, and it was really lovely. And yeah, someone sent me a quote saying, if you wait for all your ducks to be in a row, you'll be waiting forever. And I think that's true. Like, you know, you always wait for the perfect conditions to do anything, but actually there is no such thing as the perfect conditions to do anything. And sometimes you just have to take the plunge and be brave. And that comes with great rewards. I mean, the plunge into holding, you know, taking a photo of a duck every day for 150 days was nothing I planned to do with my lockdown, but actually became a really integral part of keeping me sane and keeping me safe. And I think sometimes you've just got to go for things, even though that can be the scariest thing to do.
Ducks. I love it. I love it so much. And I think that has got such prominence of going and giving yourself a project and just fully embracing that you might become the duck lady. I am the cat lady. I post so many cats on the internet, and I embrace it. And I'm so glad that I now have a duck friend and a duck lady as a friend. Talking about something that was discovered that you've ended up that has had a legacy within your life. We're going to move on to Ewan's share, and Ewan has just sent through a picture And if you bear with me, let's make the machine share the picture. There it is. There it is. This is a picture from Ewan. And what Ewan says about it, if you bear with me just to pull it up, is this is my first time DMing. This was taken the first night I DM'd a D&D game, and since then I have built and created a world for my friends to inhabit and play in. It was taken on a whole life, it has taken on a whole life of its own and brought me closer to many of them. It also acted as a lifeline during lockdown for many of us and gave us something to look forward to every week. Ever since then, as they have gotten more invested in their characters and the story, it brings me joy just watching them. Now, Ewan actually couldn't be with us here tonight because when I messaged him saying, "Oh, you're going to be on tonight's show," he said, "That's fun and ironic, and I'm so excited, but I won't be able to join in because I'm going to be DMing this game," which I thought was absolutely wonderful and entirely serendipitous. And I am so excited that something like this can bring somebody's happiness. And whilst I stop sharing that screen, we are going to jump straight to something else that is D&D related. And get yourself a cup of tea. This is one of the first shares that I got from one of the most beautiful souls that I have ever met. This man, Ban, walks around like a light. He walks around like a star and a moon and a sun and a flower and everything joyful rolled into one. And he then said, "I'm going to make you in a video game." And it made me nervous. But this is what Ban has given to us as a share. And it's wonderful. Here are Ban's thoughts.
Hello everyone, it's Ban here. Hope you're all having a magnificent day and staying magnificent, staying brilliant. How you all doing? Today we're going to be playing a bit of Baldur's Gate 3. I thought I'll shake it up a bit, you know, play a new game, see how it goes. So, before today, I had a message from Gem21, and she said, "Ban, what's your experience with happiness like? What is happiness? How do we achieve it?" So you know what, Gem21, I thought I'd make a character on Baldur's Gate 3, play a little bit, talk about my experiences with it and everything. See, magnificent. Look at this tuft of hair I've got there. It's not really great, is it? But anyway, let's go. Alright, so to talk about my experience with happiness, I have to talk about my life ambition. Because, you know, you need a life ambition, don't you, really? My life ambition. Are you in the house? Yeah, you probably are in the house, to be fair to you. So, my life ambition is to make sure that everyone I meet goes away feeling happy about themselves. Look at her. Look, she's just sitting there. She's being magnificent. I don't really like to talk about my intentions a lot because I feel like it might be a bit selfish to do so. But, you know, I feel like it's time to sit down, talk to you all about it, talk to you about what I do, how I do it, why I do it. Now, more than ever, in this day and age, I see people being sad or angry about the tiniest of things, whether it be that they've shrunk their clothes, in the dryer, you know, it comes out and it's not that great. Oh, but look at this magnificent top. Broly, yeah! Or, you know, when you walk outside without a coat and it's cold and you're like, oh, I'm really cold and angry about all this situation. I feel like my job is when I see these people, I want them to just ignore that for a second, just to feel nice about themselves, feel great. Oh, we need to go help this person. Okay, let's go help you. Because it's all well and good concentrating on the sadness in life, but I want them to concentrate on the goodness in their life, just for a minute. Whoa, what's happening over here? Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, I didn't look too good. Oh. Well, you're not in the best of situations, are you? Alright, will we free you? Oh, it looks brilliant. I love it. Okay. Oh, Yeah, I think you're past the point of saving. Yeah. What do you think? It's it's just a brain. Uh, let's pry the brain out. Why not? Ooh, okay. Oh, that was good. That was really good. So we passed that one because it's 21 out of 10. Yeah, success. Oh, lovely. Oh, what's gonna happen now? Oh, lovely.
On the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature,
Okay,
making it more subservient.
maybe we should do
should
that.
it prove a threat.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, they might not. Yeah, add that as well. Click dice to roll. Alright. I didn't even need to add it, but you know what, let's add it. Yes! Ooh, put a thumb in a brain, why not?
The creature seems unaware of your interference.
Okay, that's good.
It relaxes in your hands.
I like that, that's nice. Oh,
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
okay, that's good.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
Lovely.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
Okay, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Okay.
With haste.
Okay, I don't think it's actually going to be following us because it's up there. But yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, so you need to concentrate on the goodness in your life, you know? Everyone is alive on this earth, you know? This place full of endless possibility and hope and goodness. People seem to like to concentrate on the idea of the negatives in their lives, you know? And I think doing that too much, it isn't really a good idea. It's not a good idea, you know? It's not. So when people come into my fish and chip shop and they order a bag of chips with a fish cake, you know, with curry sauce and chili on top, you know, it's a bit weird, but some people do that. You know, each their own, I suppose. I always make the effort to try and brighten up their day. Some people, they don't have the luxury of family to ask them the questions that everyone should be answered in life.
How much farther can I go?
You know, the questions like, are you okay? Do you need help with anything? What's the plan for the rest of your week? You know, the things that we strive for, the things that as humans we need to be known. We need these questions. You know, these are the things that drive us forward. So for that 1 minute when they're in the fish and chip shop, like I can be their confidant, their buddy, their friend. Happiness is a thing that everyone strives for. It's the pinnacle of life. And if I can help people achieve that for a short amount of time, then even if I'm having a rough day, it makes me so happy to see that their face when it glows up when I just ask them,
Must be on my way.
are they alright? Are they good? You have to just make sure whatever you do,
Have to keep going.
you do it with compassion, you do it with love, and you do it with a smile. You never know who needs to see a random stranger just smiling at them and wishing them a good day until you are faced with that exact situation on a bad day yourself and you need it. So you might be wondering,
Slow down.
we're talking about all this happiness and everything. So why are we playing Baldur's Gate 3? What does that have to do with it? Well, as you saw before in that cutscene earlier, this is a game derived from Dungeons and Dragons. And in Dungeons and Dragons, at certain points, you have to roll a dice and see where it hits. In effect, you're leaving the hands of fate to decide whether or not you will have a good decision happen to you or not. It's what you do with these situations that determines whether or not you can achieve happiness. If you're always sad about the bad situations, about the bad dice throws that happen in life, then you're not going to be happy for very long, because you'll just feel that the world is against you. However, if you take those bad dice rolls, those bad things, with a pinch of salt, and try and make them into a good situation, well then, at least you could try and make a bad situation into a good one. I know sometimes it won't happen like that, but you have to just try, because those good situations means you have a chance to feel happy inside. You have to make sure you believe in yourself, and don't get beaten down about all the bad stuff. It happens to everyone. Look at this character right here. She's like got a random ass person with her, and I don't even know if that person's gonna try and kill us or whatever. But you know, there's bad things that happen to everyone. Oh, okay. Is this? Yep. Oh no. Oh.
This is your end.
Oh. All right. Well,
Your head throbs and your skin tingles.
there you go.
Visions rush past.
See,
The dragon's
there's bad
wing,
things happening to this person right now.
sword,
Let's see what I can do
and
to
a
make.
flash of your face
You know.
seen through the strange
Look at her. She's so concentrated on it. Oh. Oh. Oh.
My head. What is this?
Oh. No, that's not very nice.
You are no thrall.
Ah.
Vlaakith blesses me
Okay.
this day.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
Together,
See? This person was going to try and kill us, and then she didn't.
block the path
So,
forward. You
oh,
are
but those
the
people
enemy
might.
destroyed.
So, you know, we've got to make a
must
bad
reach the
situation into a good
helm
one.
before
Maybe we need to, you know,
transform.
get them. Transform? Oh, yeah, let's just go.
First,
Yeah, just
we
go mad.
exterminate the imps.
Okay.
Then we find the helm and take
We will
control
definitely
of the
do
ship.
that. Thank you very much,
As
you
for that
magnificent
thing,
woman.
It will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the
Oh,
fight to
okay.
come.
Well, that's good then. So it's our friend, and we can use it. Let's go. Okay. So, there's these people here. Let's go and see if we can smash them.
You picked the wrong fight.
Yeah, I know. I know how to play battles, don't worry. The enemy is surprised. That's very good. Yep, thank you. Continue. 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 Yep. Alright, go. Oh, but I was gonna do this, Let's go. Oh, missed. Oh, see? You know, that's a bad situation, but I'm gonna make it into a good one because I'm just gonna go over here and I'm gonna hide. Well, you know. Well, that didn't help. Okay, I'll end this. I'll end Jem's turn. Let's go to crazy ass thing. Let's claw it. Yeah, you know that was what it was. Oh, let's cripple you. Yeah, you can't run anywhere now. Oh, but they're all surprised. They don't know what they're doing. Okay, well let's get this one. Ooh, that was lovely. Yeah, take that axe. Yeah, why not? Go on, Jem. You're going absolutely mad. Oh, okay. So we have any range weapon? I don't know. With this crazy ass thing. Oh. I just accidentally bit myself, didn't I? Oh, that's not very good. Oh, I just accidentally hit a wall. Oh, that was lovely. Dash. So that means that it's gonna go really far. Let's go up there. Oh. Okay. Then use a potion of healing. And then end the turn. Okay. Okay, that was good. Let's use this one. Oh yeah, that was see, that was, you know, using the best of a bad situation because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't go up there. I just shot him instead. Oh, you haven't got any health. Oh yeah, no, you have. That's good. Go on, Jem. Yeah, why not? I'll use that. You're too high, so I'll just, just use. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
Yeah, obviously, I'm a gangster, I'm a beast. But yeah, as that just proved, you have to make the most out of a bad situation. You have to turn the tables against you. Out of the whims of fate, sometimes, bad things happen, but also good things happen. So you just have to remember to be, if you're happy in yourself, people can see that and try and emulate that in their own lives. So just remember, guys, stay magnificent, stay brilliant, stay gangster. Alright, that's enough from me today. I thought I'd just do a little walkthrough of this, start of this game. And I hope to see you again soon. Look after yourselves. Bye.
Ooh, that was so much fun. And Ban is also bright and fantastic. And I've just enjoyed watching everybody in the comments going, use fire! And getting really into that. Ban is also the only person on this planet other than one other who can call me Gem Gem and get away with it. But I'm really, I loved that share. I thought it was fantastic and a really interesting way to get across this idea that you can be dealt any set of cards, you can be dealt any die throw, you can be dealt any bag of lemons, but it's up to you whether you make lemonade or if you just throw the lemons at people or just sit and hold on to a bag of lemons for a different day. All of the choices are up to you, and I know that I've played D&D twice in my life, with two separate groups who now refuse to play with me because I am hopelessly optimistic and massively chaotic and see the joy of all of the opportunity and potential of things, and I don't do what people expect. So what fantasticness. And I wanted to create a happiness D&D game for this show. If anybody wants to help me develop that, then we'll do it. But I've only ever played 2 games of D&D in my life, and both times I won by breaking the game. So probably the best thing ever to get me to DM it, but we'll see. But thank you so much, Ban. I absolutely adored that. And who can say, oh, the life goal is to have somebody write a song for you or something? Who can say somebody went and made you in a video game? I love it. Thank you so much. You join the crew of 1, which is me, who's ever tried to make me in a video game. Thank you, Ban, so much for all of those thoughts, and keep being gangster. Hell yeah. Now we're going to move on to somebody who's also in the comment section on Facebook. Bryony, hello. We're going to move on. Bryony has been appearing in these streams and shows as we've been going along. But I'm going to share her actual share this time rather than just reading out her comments during the stream. And that is this. So, Bryony's joy comes from crocheting. And Bryony, if you want to throw something into the comments, I know that you've just given me something, a little bit of something to read, but by all means, give me more. But also, side note, in the top right-hand corner, cat, which gives me a lot of joy. Cat. So Bryony has been making and loves crocheting. And I'll come back to this image in just a second. And what Bryony does is creates various different designs in crochet and also creates patterns and various different things like that. And I think they're called patterns. I'd imagine they're called patterns, but she makes them, she puts them on the internet. The cat is called Dragon, apparently. That's amazing. That is fantastic, and also really a nice segue from the last share. So these are beautiful designs and patterns and useful things that Bryony has created and she's desperately proud of. And she is very proud of herself for uploading her first pattern to Ravelry. And she says, my Ravelry page is open and I am slowly adding patterns. As for the However, I'm more than happy to take custom orders. Just send me an email and I've shoved that into the email into the description bar. So if you want to sit and get yourself crocheting and use some of Bryony's patterns, hit her up there. And she'll see what she can do for you. There are some amazing, amazing things. I love this one, if only because I adore color. But if we scroll right back to this one, when Bryony and I first spoke, she said this is actually not something she created, but this is a design she created that somebody bought. And in South Africa, I believe, they made this. And this looks huge. This is a rug. And this is from Bryony's pattern. And she was sent a photo with somebody who used a pattern and created that. And I think that's fantastic, using our skills and knowledge to create things. And if we zip all the way back through to here, also Harry Potter, love it. Fantastic, nice and cozy. And another one. I love this kind of crocheting. I know how to crochet in like tight knits, but not in this kind of way. I know my mom is very into crocheting, which is no insult to anybody who loves crocheting. My mom's super cool. And she's been creating these amazing patterns and amazing designs as well. Bryony and I actually spoke about it. And this is something that Bryony sent me actually only an hour or so before the show, to say that this is another thing that was sent to her. Somebody bought the pattern off Ravelry, made it, and sent this to her. And I think that's fantastic. I think that's such a wonderful, wonderful way to share what you do in order to feel like you've left an impact and feel like you've had a little bit of an impact. So thank you so much, Bryony. That muggle one was a work in process of being snuggle this muggle for my friend's baby. I need that. Can you send me the pattern, please, Bryony, or send me a link so I can buy the pattern, because I'm going to sit and I'm going to do this. I know knitting was my thing, but I can get into crocheting because I'm going to snuggle. I'm going to snuggle this muggle. Love it. Yes. Yes. Okay, moving on. We have got another poem, and this is a poem from somebody who's so fantastic and wonderful, and I absolutely adore them. They bear no, Barney is his name. Barney doesn't need an introduction. Barney is fantastic. Barney is a spoken word artist and a poet and a poet. That's one, like a poetry person. Barney is fantastic. And yes, Bryony, I'm going to take you up on a video chat to teach me how to crochet properly. Thank you so much. But before we do that, here is a poem from the wonderful Barney. And also, if you I have background envy. Straight up.
Unbidden. Commercial Temperance Hotel. Tots of teetotal sarsaparilla and soft subbed shots of hot coffee. Pipe smoke masks a third latent fart threading its rank way through the feathered cushions betwixt settee slumberers dossing in the umbra throne around a candle-lit reading room. Rigorous excision of whispered drifts of idle cant by a maiden aunt steeped in the Manchester Guardian. Such upstandees uphold the bold wall-painted command of silence in undulating eye darts of shush, while the fob watches in murmurous choral tick, lick at the static air, unbidden.
I have massive background envy of Barney right now. And you can also tell why I left Barney towards the end of the show, so I didn't have to read any other poetry following that, because what a fantastic performance. Thank you, Barney, so much. I absolutely adored that and love it and miss you. All right, as we start to close the show, we have one more share. I found it at Aaron sent through 2 poems in videos that he'd made as he tries to explore how to get into performing his poetry in a way that is comfortable for him. And I found watching his journey into creating these things really wonderful, because it is somebody who is wanting to push themselves out there but not wanting to do it in a way that doesn't make them feel comfortable. And I think that's very powerful. So here is a poem from Aaron as well.
People will say I will be happy when I lose a few pounds, I get a new job, I get a new car, I get on that beach abroad. But that is putting happiness on a thing or a place. I prefer to look at happiness for what it is, a feeling. I search for that throughout each day. At the end of every day, as my head hits the pillow, that is what I ask myself. Am I happy? Happiness is a state of being, not a point in space or time. My happiness is what I can control.
There you go. I'm unmuted myself. It's like a Zoom call in here. Thank you so much, Aaron. That was a wonderful short poem called Happiness, again featuring in Aaron's book. And before I forget to mention it again, Barney also has a book of poetry. You saw in the little screen that came up before his poem, it was talking about Cafe Kaput, which is a fantastic pamphlet of poetry. And here is something that the publisher's sales text for Cafe Kaput that Barney sent through. Barney Ashton Bullock's Cafe Kaput is an exuberant, sexed-up pamphlet laced with enough innuendo to sink an armada. In an exploration of the physical side of queer desire, the poems take delight in their own irreverence, singing the body electric, full of bravado, and Ashton Bullock's often outrageous flair. You won't read another pamphlet like it, and I can definitely attest to that. There's also in the link of the description of this. It's been a long show, guys. In the description of the video that you're watching right now, on the stream that you're watching, there is also there is a link to Cafe Kaput, as well as to a couple of other projects that Barney has worked on and is his, and I have also worked with him on the Andy Bell and is Torsten stuff as well. So go and support, go and love that. It's lots of fun, and if you can get a hold of the bright pink vinyl, do. It's gorgeous. So those are the shares for today. So thank you, absolutely everybody, from the bottom of my heart. There have been so many shares today, and I am so happy and excited to share them with everybody. And on a personal note, and maybe this is my true share for today, when I set out to do this show, I was very nervous, because I'm a control freak. And I am on a ruthless pursuit of happiness, and I decided to be quite vulnerable and design a show where I couldn't control it, because it was entirely down to absolutely everybody else to contribute. And that's scary. As a producer, that's scary. As a person, that's even scarier, because it's facing rejection, and it is also putting myself out there to message people and to put the message out there to say, hello, friend, stranger, person, what is your contribution to happiness? What is your joy? Can you please share it with me so we can celebrate you? And I am blown away by the diversity and quality and beauty and honesty that has been shown, and this is the tip of the iceberg. So thank you, absolutely everybody. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. I've I've completely scratched that. I've scratched it all out as I've been going along, so I don't double book myself. But thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Ban, Ewan, Shantae, Bryony, Becki, Alys, Barney, and absolutely everybody else. And thank you, everybody, for joining me in the comment section and for watching along. If you enjoyed the show, usually at the PBH Free Fringe, I'm getting the arm right finally. Usually, we shake a bucket at the end because it's free to get in, but not free to get out. You haven't even gotten in. You've just joined a stream. But if you have enjoyed it, instead of shaking a bucket for myself, because I've got no overheads other than the internet, please, there's a link at the bottom of the description for a fundraiser that is helping children in Afghanistan get through the current situation. If you don't know what that situation is, please go look it up and educate yourself, because I'm not the person to do that. But there are far more educated people who can teach you a little bit about what's going on. Also, the link has got quite a really good description of the work that Emergency and Legacy of War and Giles Dooley are doing to try and help people and children in Afghanistan right now. So thank you. If you did enjoy it, please go donate. If you don't want to donate to that cause, go donate to somebody else, or tip your Uber driver, or tip the next guy who delivers you pizza really well. Go spread the kindness. It's random acts of kindness. But thank you so much, and thank you everybody who's joined me. Also, go see the other PBH Free Fringe shows. Tomorrow is Saturday. Yes, tomorrow is Saturday, and then the next day is Sunday, and at 4 p.m. So plenty of time before my show. At 4 p.m. on both of those days, Kevin, who did our lovely, wonderful Happiness is Toast, got a show. Links in the description. Go also see other shows. A lot of them are on demand and they're fantastic. And I've been enjoying them so much. And they have been my absolute solace this week. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to leave you. I have a great show tomorrow, Kevin. And have a great weekend, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. for another takeover. I have said it's the Theatre Pitch podcast takeover because tomorrow at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I can't quite remember, my other podcast, the Theatre Pitch podcast with Sean and Joe, that drops. So there's lots of content to keep you busy this weekend. So even if it rains or even if it shines, you've got something to do and something to look forward to, hopefully. But thank you, everybody. Go have fun, consider your own joy, and go indulge in it, and go take care of yourself as well. Make good decisions and have a wonderful night. Thank you for everything, guys. Have a great night.